There were 11 before me. Holt unfolded the list on the cavern floor, under the red emergency light, while the door hummed behind us and the 4 points on my arm pulsed in time with the socket. 11 names handwritten. Beside each one, a date and a number. The date spanned 6 years. The numbers were small. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. The number of words each navigator had absorbed before they stopped transmitting. You said I was chosen because I was dying, I said. You did not say I was chosen because the last 11 had died first. Would it have changed your answer? Holt asked. No, it would not have. That is the thing about recruiting the dying. We have already done our maths. 6 years, Reyes said. You have been sending people through for 6 years and you never told the field team. The field team changes. Holt said. The program does not. Bello knelt beside the list. She touched the numbers. 1 or 2 words each. The most anyone held was 2, and they held them for less than a day before the signal degraded. You have held 4 for 20 minutes, and the signal is strengthening. She looked at me the way she looks at data that breaks a model. What is different about you? He is further along, Holt said. The disease. His nervous system is already rewriting itself. The body they built for him on the Red World, the engineered tissue, it is not rejecting the signal, it is integrating it. The others were healthy, strong. Their bodies fought the frequency the way a healthy immune system fights a transplant. Dr. Vance's body has no fight left, it accepted. A dying man's body, rebuilt on a parallel Earth, too weak to resist a 10,000-year-old signal. That was the equation. That was always the equation, not expendable, compatible. Where are they? I asked. The 11. Holt did not answer immediately. Reyes did. 3 came back. 8 did not. I looked it up after episode 12, Director. After I started asking questions you did not want answered, 3 returned with no words, no signal, burned clean by the crossing. The other 8 are listed as lost on the grid. Listed as, I said. Their signals terminated, Holt said. The words they carried went silent. That is what lost means. But I was listening to something else. The 4 words in my chest were not just broadcasting outward. They were receiving. Since the corridor, since the archive poured its data through me, the signal had been two-way, and in the low hum beneath the door's resonance I could hear something I had mistaken for static. It was not static, it was faint, fragmented, scattered across the noise floor like stars behind cloud. Other frequencies. Other carriers, weak, broken, but present.
They are not silent, I said.
They are still transmitting 11 signals, faint as a whisper in a cathedral, each one carrying its fragment, 1 word or 2, still broadcasting from wherever the grid had left them. The words had not died with their carriers. The words did not die. They were part of the sentence, and the sentence was patient, and it waited in the bones of the dead, and the lost the way it waited in the walls of the corridor for someone who could hear it. I could hear it. How many words are in the sentence? I asked Holt, the full path, origin to origin. How many words did the precursors scatter? We don't know. Guess. She hesitated. Holt does not hesitate. That is how I knew the number was bad. Based on the grid density, the number of inscribed worlds the program has identified, and the compression ratio of the corridor archive, Bello said, because Holt was not going to, between 40 and 60. 40 to 60 words. I had 4. 11 navigators before me had carried perhaps 15 between them, scattered, degrading, lost on dead worlds. The sentence was not half-read, it was barely begun. The door is aimed at the origin, I said. At us. You said good. You wanted this. Why? Because the origin is the only point on the grid where every signal converges, Holt said. The door is a receiver, Dr. Vance. Here at coordinate 0, it can hear every frequency on the grid, every word still broadcasting, every dead navigator still carrying a fragment. She looked at me, warm in a way that never reached her eyes. You can hear 11 of them already. When the door completes its cycle and opens at the origin, aimed at itself, you will hear all of them. Every word the precursors ever inscribed, every fragment on every world. The origin is not where the sentence ends. It is where you read it all at once. The door's hum shifted, lower, wider. I felt it in my teeth, then in my ribs, then in the 4 words that were already rearranging themselves, making room. The socket was cycling, not to a new coordinate, to every coordinate. I could feel it reaching, the way a radio sweeps through frequencies, and with each pass a new ghost of a signal emerged from the noise. 12, 15, 20 fragments, faint, broken. But there, it's already happening, Bello said, watching her scanner. The door is pulling in signals from across the grid. Dozens of them. His body is receiving. I closed my eyes. The fragments were not just frequencies. Each one was a word, and each word was a position in the sentence, and the sentence was assembling itself in my chest, the way a puzzle assembles when you pour the pieces onto the table, and your hands know where they go before your eyes do. 20 words. 30. The 4 points on my arm became 5, 6. The skin of my forearm was running out of room. Elias? Reyes said. My name, not my title, your arm. I opened my eyes. Silver light was climbing past my elbow, not points anymore, a line. A continuous line of silver script writing itself across my skin in the old language, word after word. The sentence inscribing itself on me the way it had once been inscribed on worlds. Pull him out, Reyes said. There is no out, Holt said. He is the origin now. The door opened, every face, all four. North, south, east, west simultaneously, and the light that poured through was not silver, it was black, the color of the glass plane, the color of what lives beneath the grid. And in my chest, the assembling sentence reached a word I recognized, the third one, the name, the waking thing's name. And the sentence kept going past it, and I understood that the name was not an ending, it was an introduction.